Macam Embung, and today's episode we are going to discuss about a very crucial topic. Ladies and gentlemen, can you guess what is going to be discussed today? As we are talking about education, we all know education is vital element in developing holistic student. Education is very necessary for each and everyone in order to improve knowledge, way of living, as well as social and economic status throughout the life. But our show today wouldn't be complete if I were to be here alone. Thus, I'm going to introduce our guests for today. We have 5 guests as for today, and each of them are very well known and of course, famous celebrity, Insta famous, hijabist, and influencer.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Okay, hari ni Mira nak share dengan kita Mira yang baru dapat ni daripada Sasha. Panggil dia Syamalas ataupun pin dia Syam. Okay, saya akan buat tutorial macam mana nak pakai. Okay, guna bahan dulu sebab dia sepanjang biasa. Kabel pendek ni awak ambil pusing.
Can I call you baby? Can you be my friend? Can you be my lover up until
Dah
the
siap.
very
Mana tadi
end?
nak lemas sikit kan. Dah siap, boleh jalan kelas. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you Nilofa and Nabil for invite me, but no comment, please. No comment. No comment.
I'll be there. जब से मेरा दिल तेरा हुआ, पूछो ना मुझको मुझे क्या हुआ, अब तेरी बाहों में जीना मुझे, वरना है मर जाना.
As of today with these beautiful ladies, we are going to talk about Bumiputera education issues. Bumiputera or Bumiputera is a Malaysian term to describe the Malay races and other indigenous peoples of Southeast Asia and used particularly in Malaysia. The term comes from the Sanskrit word Bumiputera, which can be translated literally as son of the land or son of the soil. In Malaysia, we have 3 regions of origin of the individual applicant, which are Peninsular Malaysia, Sabah and Sarawak. But before that, let me introduce our guest today. I am present to you guys, Yunalis Raihana. Hi Yuna, how was your life during this pandemic?
Syukur Alhamdulillah, all going well. Slowly we together adapt with new norm. Hashtag kita jaga kita.
Thank you Yuna for spending your time here. Yuna, as a former UiTM student, what is your opinion on UiTM and MDAB program?
Thank you for the question. MDAB program is program mengubah destiny anak bangsa. This program was inspired by our former Vice Chancellor of UiTM yang berbahagia Datuk Prof. A.R. Dr. Zahul Hamid Abu Bakar. This idea come from our former Prime Minister yang amat berhormat Datuk Sri Muhammad Najib bin Abdul Razak. MDAB program is to provide education to children in rural and urban area and their family incomes less than 300,000 per month. What are the objectives for this program? The main objective for this program is to change the landscape of our future children of Malay and Bumiputera by providing financial assistance and self-development assistance and motivation. What are the facilities that the student get? First, the facility provided in this program are tuition fee exemption, academic facilities, and monthly allowance. So, for me, this is a great program for young people out there. So, let's grab this chance.
Wow, awesome and great explanation by Yuna Raihana. I hope what has been shared by Yuna today can open our eyes how lucky we are to be in UiTM. Moving on to the next guest, we have Miraniza today. Hello newlywed, how was your marriage life?
Hello, hi Acu Embong. Okay, of course I love my married life. Okay, let's move on to our topic today.
I am so jealous of you. Wedding of the year, Charles. Okay, Miraniza, I would like to ask you, what is your opinion regarding MRSM?
Hello, hi everyone. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to all. Sorry, good morning. Okay, my name is Zuhainiza binti Bakar. Today I will explain regarding MRSM or MJC, or the long name is Maktab Rendah Mara or Mara Junior Science College. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, first of all, let me introduce you guys what is MRSM. Okay, MRSM or Mara Junior Science College, in short MJSC, is a group of a boarding school created by Majlis Amanah Rakyat, a Malaysian government agency. It provides learning facilities for bright students in local school throughout Malaysia. Okay, the first MRSM were established in 1972 in Seremban, with only the first intake is only 150 male students only. Okay. In MRSM, students are primarily assessed through a system similar to grading system in university or colleges. Okay, the grade point average GPA are used, and by the end of their final semester, they will awarded with a certificate of graduation for those who succeed with at least a CGPA of 2.0 and above. Mara have provided or introduced 6 different programs in MRSM system. It is as follows. Okay, the first one is Premier. Okay, for the Premier program, it offers the national curriculum along with MRSM curriculum, which include module of character building, development of soft skill and entrepreneurship. And the second one is the Bitara program. The Bitara program, it's for high academic achievers. They have to apply the gifted and talented education approach with focus on student development and potential, and you have to sit for an exam and get selected. And the third one is Ulu Albab. Ulu Albab is the integrate national curriculum focusing on STEM with an Islamic study program include Tafiz Al-Quran. And the fourth one is the dual certification IGCSE. It offers both Cambridge IGCSE and the national curriculum in the secondary education, and the IGCSE is an international punya examination. And the fifth one is IBMYP. It offers the national curriculum using middle years program and the international baccalaureate framework. And the last one is the technical program, which focus on engineering and technology by introducing robotic engineering at lower secondary level, and mechanical engineering or electrical engineering or electronic engineering at higher secondary level. It only have one MRSM, which is MRSM Bentong. Okay, for your information, Mara have built 54 different location of MRSM. As you can see in the pictures, this is the latest number of MRSM that been built by Mara. We have 26 Premier, 3 Bitara, 5 Ulu Albab, 15 IGCSE, 3 IB MYP, and 1 technical, and also 1 more entrepreneurial science. Okay, if you are interested in sending your future kids in the future, you can refer in the maps where you want to send them, and also maybe there will be more MRSM will be built by Mara. Okay, if you are interested to enroll your future kids in MRSM, these are the requirements that you have to have. First of all, the candidate must be Malaysian citizen, and second one parent must be a Malaysian citizen. The third one, the application must be done online, and the fourth one, they have to undergo the national curriculum NPBS, which include UPSR and PT3, UPSR or PT3, because you enroll in Form 1 or Form 4, and classroom based assessment PBD, physical education, sport and curricular activity assessment, as well as psychometric assessment PSI. And the fifth one is candidate must have interest in studying MRSM. The sixth one is they must have an excellent academic achievement, and the last one, they have to be active in co-curricular activities. During my previous year, when I apply for MRSM, I only have to fill out the application manually and post it to Mara. It is so different time, and maybe in the future it might be more advanced. Okay. In this section, I will highlight it on 4 issues, which is the first one, the decreasing of percentage of B40 in MJC system. Second one, the quota. The third one, poor Bumis versus poor Malaysian, and the last one is the quality of students. Okay, the first issue is the decreasing of percentage of B40 in MRSM system or MJC system. Okay, we see the first purpose of Mara is to give better chances to students who come from B40 to have better education. Okay, the preference will be given to applicant from top B40 who living in rural and urban areas. Okay, why I said it become an issue? Due to increasing of variety program provided by Mara, most students from higher privileged group can enter Mara, and it show the lower percentage of B40 in Mara system. But still have, and I've seen myself, I've seen the situation by myself, where my MRSM were first introduced IGCSE program. Is an international international exam Cambridge, which require them to pay a lot of money for the fee and also for the books, and they have to pay it by semester, not by the year. And it's not, the amount of money is not 100, it's 1,000, because the exam is expensive to take, and that was the reason why the increasing of B40 in MRSM system, and because they cannot afford that. Okay, the second issue is the quota. Okay, before that I will highlighted the objective of Mara education sector is to provide education financial facilities to eligible Bumiputera students at various educational level to study at national and international higher educational institute IPT, providing with priority to national specialists. That was the objective of Mara education sector. Okay, in June 2002, the government decided to allocate 10% of quota for non-Bumiputera and MRSM and matriculation program. Okay, this is to strengthen the integration among the various races. Okay, for your information, the 10% quota is not being fulfilled by them. Only certain less amount, means that the 10% is not being fulfilled. And why is that happen? Maybe they were not ready to go out from their community. And the survey done by teachers by asking the non-Bumis how they feel learning in MRSM. And this is the answer. Actually, they were quite shocked because of they think that MRSM students only study all day and only focus on studying solely. But there is a lot of activity, and also the student also very active and cheerful. And Mara, the MRSM still their number one objective is to produce excellent students, but still they still have other program like other school. And why I say it become an issue, because of some article are still demanding on open the percentage for Mara, for non-Bumi, sorry. And I think they wanted the allocation fund given by Mara because of they say they think it's not fair for them because they also one of Malaysian. And I think that cannot be accepted because the purpose of Mara itself is to help Bumis, and they have to use the fund wisely. And the non-Bumis also have NGOs that help them. That should be enough. Okay, the third issue is poor Bumis versus poor Malaysian. Okay, there is an article stated that our educational system now is introducing education for all, but MRSM is only help for poor Bumis. It's not only for poor Bumis, but they more focus on poor Bumis. And if Mara stay on that objective, it will not achieve the education for all. And actually, why I say it become an issue, because of when when we open the percentage higher, means when we open the the MRSM for non-Bumis, what happened to the privilege for poor Bumis? So, and the initial goal of Mara is to help poor Bumi, and if that being thrown out, then the privilege is gone. So, and why other races need to be concerned about this? Because of they have their own NGOs to help them, and their NGOs are doing better now and in helping them pursuing better in education. Okay, the last issue, the fourth issue, is the quality of the student. Okay, for your information, Mara have provided the path for their educational flow, okay, which is from secondary to higher level. For secondary, we have MRSM itself, and for higher level, we have KPTM, GMI, and many other more. And by the percentage, only 17% manage to stay in their ecosystem, and the rest will choose other path. Why? Okay, this is the issue here. Okay, the first reason that I see is about the fee. The fee in higher educational level in Mara is quite expensive rather than UA, Universiti Awam, because of all the university under Mara is private. So when they have higher fee, they have to apply for higher loan, for bigger loan, rather than those who enroll in Universiti Awam. They will get lower amount of loan. That's why I think because of that, they prefer to enter Universiti Awam. But remember, Mara have provided a very good loan payment flow. It means they can get discount by their achievement in academic. They can get cut, but you have to follow certain flow to get a discount for your loan. But still, if you enroll in Universiti Awam, it's a lot more cheaper. And the second one is maybe the interest. And maybe for student like me, I don't really like science. and that's why I choose to go out from Mara system and seek for my what I'm going to be in the future. That's the second reason. There's other reason, but I always highlighted the two only, and I have elaborated on 4 issues, which is decreasing percentage of V40 in MJC system. Second one, the quota. The third one, poor Bumis versus poor Malaysian. And the fourth one, the quality of students. Okay, that's all from me. My friend will continue with the next issue. Thank you very much.
Alright guys, we also have invited famous celebrity to be in Malay Talk today that will share further on employable of Bumiputera graduate behavior. I am very sure you guys are familiar with this one. Without further ado, let's welcome the hottest celebrity in Malaysia, Nur Ain Sandras.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to my beloved lecturers, Azmi Adnan and my friends. My name is Nur Ain and I would like to continue this presentation on the subtopic employability of Bumiputera graduates. Do you ever heard what is employability? So, I will explain that. According to Rahmat Ahmad Idris Zainal 2012, employability is referred to the work readiness and term that is often used as a measurement by the employer on the graduate's marketability. Besides that, employability also refers to the employability skill are those basic skills necessary for getting, keeping, and doing well on a job. Employability skills are generic nature rather than job specific and cut across all the industries, businesses, job level for the entry level worker to the senior most position. Moreover, nowadays employers are not only looking for the graduates that have excellent technical and knowledge on the job itself, but also the employee should be equipped with the extra personal and soft skills. Employers today are looking for the graduates not only with the specific skill of the knowledge, but with the ability to be proactive enough to see and respond to the problem. In Malaysia, more employers are searching for graduates who are balanced with the academic achievement and possessing soft skills such as communication skill, problem solving skill, have a good leadership, can work as a team, and last but not least is good critical thinking skill. Okay, let's continue. On this table, you all can see the rates or statistic of unemployment in Malaysia from 2013 until 2017 is very dangerous. The rate of unemployment of the such as shows as increase in the number of unemployed. In addition, another resource that I get from Astro Awani, Malaysian unemployment rate in 2020 it's remained at 4.7% in August due to the pandemic COVID-19. If you all can see, the difference of from 2017 to 2020 has a huge number. So, what is our preparation as a fresh graduate? Okay, we move to the next slide, which is on this slide is shows soft skill element that all graduates university must have. Actually, soft skill is interrelated, such as communication skill and leadership. According to IDA, define soft skill as a cluster of personal qualities, habits, attitude, and social grace that make someone a good employee and compatibility co-worker. Okay, the first point is communication. Developing communication skill is essential where it's come to building a successful career and also can help us to avoid conflict and help in the better decision making. For effective communication skill, we can have a strong decision making, more productivity, consistent in the workflow, and can have a strong business relation. Okay, next is leadership. Leadership is referred to the way an individual interacts with people in the surrounding and build social network and help in career development. Include skill in communication and technology integration and culture competence. In addition, refer to the critical thinking is the way an individual explores the world, including being imaginative and innovative, and having critical and creative thinking and learning skill. So the fourth point is teamwork. Teamwork is referred to the individual communication and collaboration skill in handling the work. Last but not least is how will employer assess your problem solving skill. Your problem solving ability can be assigned in 3 ways by asking for the example of 3 when you previously solved a problem, by presenting you with a certain situation and asking how you will respond to them, and by seeing how you apply your problem solving skill to the different tests and exercise.
Next, we go to the perception on hiring criteria. On this table is resource from a Sarawak report. So you can see that the opinion of the employer hiring criteria. So 60% believe that employer hire based on personality, such as positive personality and good attitude, while 48% said that level of education. You can see personality is come first than the level of education. Okay, we continue to the next person, which is communication skill, bahasa proficiency, internship experience, and English proficiency were respectively 26%, 25%, and 24%. Only 2% felt in could be reputation or of the school. So that I have a question. What does employer really think? Yeah, think about that. Secret is out. From the other studies, what are employer looking for when hiring fresh graduates? What are some useful facts in getting hired successfully, especially if it your first time applying for a job? Coming at the first is 70% is employer confirm that personality such as positive and good attitude is the most desirable intrinsic quality which they look for the graduates. Communication skill is the second most important quality, as 44% they will hire graduate based on their oral or written communication skill. And at the same time, employer look at the two qualities such as the level of education and English proficiency, which are closely ranked the next. Other qualities like field of study, academic result, and so overall decision making of the hirer, but the reputation of school is the least important based on employer views. Remember, it is important to impress your hiring manager through both your resume and though face to face. As after all, the moment of truth lies during the actual interview. Through having personality such as good and a positive attitude, it's also equally important to demonstrate a good communication skill. in English especially, and fulfilling qualification and necessity skill for the role, job, and industries. Alright, having seen the previous report on the preferred qualities based on employer hiring decision, let's take a further look into the possible differences in the hiring choices made by employer in the private and the public sector. Once again, personality such as positive and good attitude score the most top desired qualities for local employer in both sector when hiring fresh graduates. But interestingly, employer in the public sector favor qualities like level of education and volunteering experiences, while employer in the private sector place more emphasis on the qualities such as communication skill, English proficiency. In general, the local employer are looking beyond academic quality as they are increasingly looking for the fresh graduates with good personality, with a broader range of the skill related to the job industries.
What a great explanation and sharing session by Nur Ain Senras. Thank you, baby girl. Moving on to the next guest, we have Sufi Jabat in the house. Wow, 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 future bright here.
Thank you Achum Embong from Meletop Education Edition. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi and Assalamualaikum to Sir Azmi and all of my beautiful friends. My name is Sufi and I am Nasuha, and we are Sufi and Nasuha from ED 246 Student PDK Education. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you indeed for coming today to a series of topic attitude and behavior. Let's enjoy. In psychology, an attitude refers to a set of emotion, belief, and behavior toward a particular object, person, things, or event. Attitudes are often the result of experience or upbringing, and they can have a powerful influence over behavior. Attitude represents how a person thinks or feels about someone or something. Education, experience, and environment are the major factors that affect a person's attitude, while behavior represents an individual reaction to a particular action, person, or environment. Behavior also is the way of individual act or conduct oneself, especially toward others. It is a manner of acting or controlling oneself towards other people. Neuroscience shows that activity in the brain is intimately intertwined with behavior and mental process. Dualism is the dispute idea that the mind and the body are separate entities. It stands in opposition to the idea that consciousness can arise from purely physical process.
Wow! The real education is your attitude and behavior with others. It defines your whole personality no matter how qualified you are. On this slide, this is the basic for comparison between attitude and behavior. Attitude is based on experience and observation, while behavior is based on situation. So what is it actually? Attitude is a person's mindset, while behavior is outward expression of attitude. So attitude is reflected by what you think or feel, while behavior is reflected by what you do. Before we look the list of issues student Bumiputera attitude and behavior, let us take a look at what are their positive attitude. They are kind and sweet, caring and understanding, love dream and work for it, and they are good if we compare them to other races in Malaysia, and also they are clever. There are 3 issues on Bumiputera students' attitude and behavior, which are lazy, ingratitude, and lack of motivation and skill.
Let's talk about issues. Issues number 1 is lazy. Is it true that student Bumiputera do not want to work hard? Research say that no quality in their work compared to other races. Next, they're not willing to make an effort, always love to be fit, if not, they do nothing. Always depend on other people's help and not being able to become more independent. And student Bumiputera love to rest and enjoy and they do work after some enforcement. So issues number 2 is ingratitude. Although they have specialty as Bumiputera but they don't use it wisely. For example like scholarship or UiTM that open for Bumiputera student, and even they fight to open UiTM to other races. They have numerous opportunity as Bumiputera but they just ignore them. Number 3 is issues in lack of skill and motivation. Their lack of skill in terms of technology approach and communication in terms of language. While lack in motivation is they often lack of self-learning, which is then they don't have interest in learning and they don't have any reading habit. Therefore, how to prevent from being student like this? For issue number 1, you can find motivation. Setting unrealistic goal and taking on too much can lead to burnout. Avoid overloading by setting smaller, attainable goals that will get you where you want to be without overwhelming you along the way. You can make a to-do list to make sure all your plan organized. You also can remove all distraction. We all have our favorite distraction we turn to when we are just not feeling like doing any task. Find way to make your distraction less accessible. Next, discipline yourself. Discipline is great in one way, building small habits over time and growing them into larger habits. Success comes from discipline is one way or another. That's why discipline is important. Last from this issue, how you can prevent from lazy is reward yourself. Focus on what you will gain from getting something done, like getting closer to promotion, or reward yourself for a job well done. For the issues number 2, we can prevent by explore knowledge about Bumiputera students' specialty and defend the right of Bumiputera students. Next, we go to issues number 3, which is lack of motivation. How to overcome this problem? First, we highlight positive things each day. Always give credit for small things you do and don't force yourself too hard. Have some me time, especially when you are burnt out and stressed. So be gentle of yourself and ask help if needed. Last but not least, how to overcome the issue in lack of skill. You can innovate the tool you already have and try to create new and creative contents from there. You also have to overcome your fear from become unknown and find knowledge more about technology and skill. Build up your by asking for feedback and observing others. Thus, from this, you can prevent yourself from being as expected and research. Isn't this sweet if we can be those students with good attitude and behavior? So the choice is yours. Stay home, stay creative.
Thank you, Sophie Jabat, for such a sweet and eye-opening sharing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not done just yet, people. We actually have another one more guest for today that will further explain on quality if graduate. I wonder what other issues are all about, eh? Please welcome Echa Zakia!
Hi, thank you to Achom and Bong. Okay, my name is Aisyah Farah binti Amda, aka Echa Zakia. Okay, my part is quality if graduate. Let me see what is the current issue now for quality if graduate for Bumiputera. Congratulations to the Faculty of Health Science UiTM for organizing entrepreneurship knowledge training programs for graduates. UiTM aims to produce more Bumiputeras in the field of optometry while providing premier eye care services to the community. UiTM is committed to offering quality, holistic, and relevant graduate outcomes to meet the current needs of the industry as well as the high domestic and foreign communities. It is in line with the goals of its program, which aims to create more Bumiputeras in the field of optometry while providing premier eye care services to the entire community. The program also aims to produce expert and optimistic officers responsibility for the visual and visual health of patients as well as improve the quality of life of patients. Finally, the marketability of UITM optometry graduate is high with 100% of graduates obtaining jobs in this field whether in the public, private sector or becoming entrepreneurs every year. What is required from the Malaysian local graduates in order to compete in global markets and to attract foreign talent and investment? It is imperative that they demonstrate communicative competence in English language. Why are many Malaysian graduates unable to master the English language upon graduation? The highest Malaysian citizens consist of the ethnic groups of Bumiputera, which is 67.4%. The Bumiputera ethnic groups include the Malays of 63.1%. Language is essential for communication to take place in our life and to make connection with other people. The national language of Malaysia is Bahasa Malaysia, sometimes also known as Bahasa Melayu or Malay language. As the Malaysian population consists of various races, other languages used for communication by the Malaysians include Cantonese, Mandarin for Chinese, Tamil for Indians, and several indigenous languages in East Malaysia. Malaysia and globalization. It is very pertinent from the economic perspective that Malaysia focuses extensively on human capital development for it to achieve the status of a developed country. In regards to the focus on human capital, the Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia directed all public universities to introduce and incorporate soft skills element into the curriculum of every undergraduate course. Soft skills are identified as generic skills and comprise three major categories, namely personal attributes, interpersonal skills, and problem solving and decision making skills. Basically, there are two main reasons for the direction to incorporate soft skills. First, employers acknowledge that graduates are academically proficient but they still lack of soft skills such as communication and analytical skills. And second, globalization of the workforce and job market require the employers to select graduates having the most appropriate skills to the needs of the former. The direction is crucial when employers and industry association emphasize that the primary factors of hampers employability of many Malaysian graduates is soft skills such as positive work ethics, communication, teamwork, decision making, and leadership skills. Globalization. Globalization is defined as a process where interlinking between countries in the world become more intense and the flow of inputs between one country and another will be much easier. Globalization offers opportunities for many kinds of input, including labor, thus widening the job opportunities for the locals. The government will focus on two key areas to improve its competitiveness, which are the first is competing in global markets to ensure that Malaysia participates successfully in international trades, and the second is competing strongly to attract foreign talent and investment in Malaysia. Focusing on two key areas, it is imperative that Malaysian local graduates demonstrate communicative competence in English language, since English is the world lingua franca. Okay, More importantly is English language is important since it is the language used in business and other professions as well as for entertainment. For learners who seek additional information related to academic or personal matters on the internet, the language is still English. Perbadanan Usahawan Nasional Berhad is collaborating with the Ministry of Higher Education in the field of research, entrepreneurial development and marketability of Bumiputera graduates to increase their achievement to a higher level, especially in entrepreneurships. PUNB says that the collaboration is also able to increase the marketability of Bumiputera graduates through entrepreneurship skills training program designed and implemented jointly by the Ministry and PUNB. This cooperation is expected to help create employment opportunities for more than 300,000 students who will be graduating this year. Okay. PUNB said through the collaboration, more graduates could be equipped with entrepreneurial skills, hence further increasing the number of those who would pursue entrepreneurship after the graduation. Okay, next we move to the what is the current issues on quality of graduates among Bumiputera. Okay, the first issue is more Bumiputera graduates unemployed than those who just keep a university. A university education is typically regarded as a means to secure a better future. A report has shown that Bumiputera graduates also find it difficult to get a job nowadays. Actually, they have a higher unemployment rate than their peers of the same ethnicity who do not have a tertiary education. Based on the Ministry of Finance Economic Outlook 2019 report, examining the unemployment rate among Malaysians of different education levels based on the Department of Statistics Malaysia. The report notes that Bumiputera with tertiary education recorded the highest unemployment rate in 2019, which is 4.5%, far higher than Bumiputeras who only had the secondary schooling, which is 4%. For primary education is 1.9%, while Bumiputeras with no formal schooling recorded that the lowest unemployment, which is the rate at 1.5%. The second issue is English barrier for Bumiputera graduates in job hunts. Poor communication skills and language proficiency are among the key reasons why Bumiputera graduates find it difficult to secure unemployment, employers have said. Okay? For example, most of the jobs that are available on the market now requires you to be in touch with the customer or the clients in English. Okay, we are often need to convince them that our company products or services are the most suitable for them. Okay. However, the inability to communicate well in other language, be it English or any other preferred medium, would hamper their chances of doing so. This attributes to why it is difficult for the Bumiputera to find the jobs. In the private sector, most things are done in English, and we understand why. It is because there is an overseas market, hence English is used in emails and other modes of communication. Okay? For Bumiputeras, there is no need to be afraid or shy because when they are improved, they will benefit from it too. Companies can teach them to the other skills. There are 5 strategies for Bumiputera graduates to improve their knowledge and skill. First is need to be grounded in confidence and ability to articulate, especially in English. Second, have good communication skills, analytical skills to think outside the box, appropriate appetite, and presenting themselves well. Third is being innovative is important, a high risk appetite and entrepreneurial. The mantra say is do whatever you want to do as long as you work hard and smart towards it. The fourth is having internship experience is possible. And last but not least is be willing to learn. Okay, last but not least, my says is making graduates more employable. Students are often complain that they never get a chance to be exposed to the working world because it is not easy to get a place to do internship. There has been widespread debate on the possible reasons for graduate unemployment. Of these, two have often been cited, which is the first is low proficiency in English language and the second is graduates' lack of exposure to the real world situation. In terms of language proficiency, my discussion with industry employers revealed that foreign employers favor Malaysia over other countries because of language advantage. We have a pool of workers who can communicate in English. Foreign employers, not just those whose mother tongue is English, feel more comfortable when dealing with employees who can at least understand English. All along the supply chain, proficiency in the language is highly desirable skills as advanced to by the majority of employers. It is therefore unfortunate that mastering English is still somewhat of a problem for Malaysian graduates, especially for Bumiputera graduates. In fact, many of them cannot express themselves adequately at job interviews. Not only do they struggle with the language, but they also lack of confidence. This clearly presents issues for those seeking employment in the service sector, where effective communication is a key of the skill. That's all for me. Thank you.
Exactly. Issues that were discussed by Echa Zakia just now are a no joke and they are actually happening in our society. So we should appreciate and grab every opportunities that we have as a Bumiputera. I think we have come to an end of this program. Thank you ladies for being here today. I really enjoyed this Meletup Education edition.
Thank you, Team Meletup, for inviting us. Thank you so much.
Thank you Meletup Education Edition for inviting us. So let's meet another time and goodbye.
Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. With that, Assalamualaikum and thank you everyone. Bye bye.